One day a companion, Sahabi, passed away in Medina, and Rasulullah, peace be upon him, along with the other companions was going towards the graveyard with this companion's funeral procession. But a man was secretly following Rasulullah, PBH, and was slowly trying to get closer to him. As soon as the Muslims reached the graveyard, this man came straight and sat behind Rasulullah PBH. But suddenly Rasulullah understood what this man wanted, and he removed the shawl from his waist. The man saw a mark on Rasulullah's waist, and upon seeing it, he started crying. Seeing this, all the Muslims were surprised as to what was happening. So Rasulullah asked the man, "Tell me, who are you and what your story is?" The man began his story and said, "I am an ordinary slave of a Jew in Medina, but I was not always such a slave. Rather, I was connected to the world's superpower, the Persian Empire, where my father was a very big chieftain." This man later became a great companion, and his name was Salman Farsi. Hazrat Salman Farsi was born in the house of a chieftain in the Persian Empire. Because of this, he did not do any work since childhood and lived life like a prince. There, he used to worship his god, fire, all day. Because in that era, the religion of the Persian Empire was Zoroastrianism, in which people worshipped fire. For this reason, Hazrat Salman Farsi also used to worship this fire. When Salman Farsi became a young man, one day his father sent him out of the house for some work. On the way, he saw a building, and some strange sounds were coming from that building. When he went inside that building, he saw that some Christians were worshipping their god. Hazrat Salman really liked their voices and their way of worship. He spent his entire day in that church, and right there he left his own religion and accepted Christianity. And he was so impressed that he said to those Christians, "Tell me, where has this religion come from?" Those Christians told Hazrat Salman Farsi that if you want to learn true Christianity, then you must leave the Persian Empire and go towards the Roman Empire. As soon as Salman Farsi returned home and told all this to his father, Hazrat Salman Farsi's father became so angry that he tied him in chains in his own house. But Salman Farsi had already made up his mind. He somehow freed himself from those chains and ran away from home, leaving the Persian Empire for the Roman Empire. And upon arriving there, he became the student of the biggest Christian scholar. But shortly after, he realized that this scholar was a corrupt scholar who collected donations from people in the name of religion and filled his own treasury with those donations. Sometime later, when this scholar died and people gathered to bury him with great respect, Hazrat Salman opened all of that scholar's treasuries in front of the people and exposed this scholar in front of everyone. Seeing this, instead of burying the scholar, the people hung him on a post and started throwing stones at him. In place of this corrupt scholar, a new scholar now came. About him, Hazrat Salman Farsi says that he was truly a very pious scholar. But after a long time, when this scholar was also on his deathbed, Hazrat Salman Farsi went to him and said, "Tell me about a scholar who is a pious man like you." Hazrat Salman's teacher told him about a great scholar in Iraq, after which he left Sham, Syria, straight away and set off for Iraq and began living with that new scholar. When this scholar was also near death, Hazrat Salman asked him the same question, and he sent Hazrat Salman to another scholar in Turkey. So now Hazrat Salman started living in Turkey, and when this scholar also reached near death, he sent Hazrat Salman to another scholar in Turkey. And of course, after some time, when this scholar was also dying, then Hazrat Salman also asked this scholar to send him to some great scholar. But this scholar told him, "No, after me there is no great scholar of our religion left in the entire world." Because these teachers of Hazrat Salman were Nestorian Christians who were completely different from the other Christians of that era. Because all other Christians in the world considered Isa, Jesus, PBH, as their God, but these Christians considered him only a human being. All other Christians called Maryam, Mary, PBH, the mother of God, meaning God's mother. But Nestorian Christians considered Maryam only as the mother of Jesus, a human, which exactly matches the belief of Muslims. For this reason, that scholar told Hazrat Salman, "Now leave all other Christians, because the time has come for a new prophet to arrive in the world, and I will tell you the signs of that prophet. That prophet will be upon the religion of Abraham PBH, and he will be born in the land of Arabia. He will migrate, make hijra, to a place where there will be abundant date palm trees, and this area will be between two volcanic mountains. That prophet will never take sadaqah, charity, but if someone gives him a gift, he will accept it. And on his back there will be a special seal, sign of prophethood. And after saying all this, that scholar passed away. But as soon as he heard these signs, Hazrat Salman packed all his belongings and began planning to go from Turkey to Arabia somehow. Finally, he saw an Arab caravan from a distance. Hazrat Salman told the people of that caravan, "If you take me to Arabia, then in exchange I will give you my goats and cows." They said, "Okay," and thus Hazrat Salman Farsi set off towards Arabia in search of the last prophet of the world. But as soon as this caravan reached the land of Arabia, the treacherous people of this caravan captured Hazrat Salman Farsi and sold him in the market like a slave. The man who bought Salman Farsi was a Jew, who bought him and took him straight to his house, and all of Hazrat Salman Farsi's plans were shattered. But slowly, as Salman Farsi was wandering around this new city, he was astonished to see that there were abundant date palm trees in this city, and this city was Medina. For this reason, Salman Farsi started searching for that prophet in every corner of Medina. But the problem was, there was no prophet here. So now Salman Farsi began waiting for that prophet in his Jewish master's house. And suddenly one day, while Hazrat Salman Farsi was climbing a tree in that Jew's garden, and his master was standing below, suddenly a friend of his master came in great anger and started saying to that Jew, "The people of Medina have gone mad. They are following a man who claims to be a prophet. In fact, he has just arrived in Medina from Mecca today." Now hearing this, Salman Farsi R.A. himself says that when I heard all this from the top of the tree, my condition became such that I was afraid I might faint and fall right on top of my master's head. But he controlled himself and quickly climbed down from the tree, went to that man and said, "What are you saying?" Seeing this excitement of Hazrat Salman, his Jewish master got angry. He punched Hazrat Salman hard and said, "Hey slave, what business is this of yours? Go, do your work." But Salman Farsi had understood that this was the prophet his teacher had told him about. But some signs still remained. For this reason, after a few days, Hazrat Salman took leave and went to Rasulullah, and, seeing Rasulullah, he said, "I have heard that you are a very pious man, and there are many poor people with you, so I have brought this charity, sadaqah, for all of you." Seeing this, Rasulullah told the companions, "You eat this," and he himself did not eat any of Salman Farsi's sadaqah food. Upon which Salman Farsi said to himself, "Well, one sign is fulfilled." Now here is a very interesting question. Why didn't Rasulullah accept sadaqah? Because some scholars think that if Rasulullah had accepted sadaqah, then surely every person would have given all their sadaqah only to Rasulullah and his family, and no one would have given anything to the rest of the companions. For this reason, Rasulullah and his family never took charity, sadaqah, from anyone. So now Salman Farsi returned home, and after a few days, gathering some more things, he again went to Rasulullah and placed food in front of him. But this time he said, "This is not sadaqah, but rather a hadiyah, gift." So, hearing this, Rasulullah offered Hazrat Salman's gift to the others as well, and also ate himself. And Salman Farsi thought, the second sign is also fulfilled. Now only one sign remained, the seal of prophethood on Rasulullah's back. But Hazrat Salman was worried about how he would finally see this sign, and of course he couldn't ask, because around Rasulullah, Hazrat Omar, and other companions always stood with swords. Finally, shortly after the hijrah, the first companion passed away in Medina, and Rasulullah also participated in this companion's funeral prayer, along with the companions. For this reason, on this very day, Hazrat Salman Farsi started following Rasulullah. But as soon as he got close to Rasulullah, Rasulullah himself removed the shawl from his back, and Salman Farsi saw that on Rasulullah's back was that very sign that his teacher had told him about. And seeing this, Hazrat Salman Farsi began to cry. And right in that graveyard, Salman Farsi radiallahu an told his entire story to Rasulullah, that Salman Farsi, who once used to worship fire, then became a great Christian scholar, and now he finally accepted Islam. But as soon as he accepted Islam, shortly after, the time for the first battle of Islam arrived, the Battle of Badr. Now, on one hand, while the Muslims were fighting bravely at Badr, Hazrat Salman was at his master's house in Medina instead of this battle. And his heart very much wanted to go to the Battle of Badr, but his Jewish master did not give him permission. Even after the Battle of Badr, when the time for the Battle of Uhud came, even then his master did not give him permission to go to the battle. But finally, after the battles of Badr and Uhud, one day Rasulullah called Hazrat Salman to him and told him, "Go and ask your Jewish master for the price of your freedom." At this time, the Jews of Medina hated the Muslims and tried to weaken this Muslim state of Medina in every way. And when Muslims bought anything from them, the Jews would sell it at double and triple the price. For example, Hazrat Uthman had bought a simple well from a Jew at a very high price. So now, when Hazrat Salman came to his Jewish master, he also, to weaken the Muslims, stated Hazrat Salman's price as 40 uqiyah of gold, which is equivalent to millions today, and besides that, 300 date palm trees. When Rasulullah learned of this price, he told all his companions, "Help your brother Salman." All the companions together gave date palm saplings to Hazrat Salman. Even 300 date palm saplings were collected, of which, of course, Hazrat Uthman radiallahu anh gave the most saplings. Even the land for these 300 trees was bought by Hazrat Uthman with his own money. After that, Rasulullah also gave the gold to that Jew, and thus Hazrat Salman Farsi became free with the help of the Muslims. And Hazrat Salman, who was actually from the Persian Empire, now received citizenship in Medina, meaning, in that era, a common Muslim could easily get the citizenship of Medina. But in today's Arab countries, no Muslim can even think of getting nationality. As soon as Salman Farsi became free, the time for the Muslims' third great battle arrived, the Battle of Khandaq. When the chieftain of Makkah, Abu Sufyan, with an army of 10,000, was preparing to attack Medina, when this news reached Medina, Rasulullah gathered all the companions and asked them all, "From this army of 10,000, how can we defend our Medina?" Upon which all the companions began to give their own opinions, but among them there was not a single opinion that could save Medina from an army of 10,000. Finally, a voice of one companion came from this gathering, who said, "I have an idea. Many years ago, when I used to live in the superpower Persian Empire, and whenever a large army attacked us, we used to dig a khandaq, a trench outside our city to protect ourselves, or trench, so that no matter how big the enemy was, they could not cross this trench." Hearing such a new idea, all the companions started looking at Rasulullah. Rasulullah raised his head, and he was smiling, seeing which everyone understood that this battle would be the Battle of Khandaq. The Muslims of Medina were so impressed by this idea of Salman that the Ansar of Medina started saying, "Salman is from our group," because he used to live in Medina even before the Hijrah. But the Muhajirin of Medina said, "No, Salman migrated from the Persian Empire to Medina before all of us, meaning he is one of us Muhajirin." Upon which Rasulullah said, "Salman is neither from the Ansar nor from the Muhajirin, rather Salman is from our Ahlul Bayt." Hearing this, Hazrat Salman Farsi became very happy because just a short while ago he was an ordinary slave in Medina, and now Rasulullah PBU had made him a part of his own family. After that, it was through Salman Farsi's idea that the Muslims won the Battle of Khandaq. It was in this battle that Rasulullah also told Hazrat Salman Farsi, "When the Muslims conquer your region, the Persian Empire, you too be a part of that Muslim army." After the Battle of Khandaq, Rasulullah made Hazrat Salman the brother of another companion, Abu Darda R.A., who himself was a very pious companion, just like Salman Farsi, who spent more time in the mosque and in worship than at home. Because of which, one day Hazrat Abu Darda's wife came to Hazrat Salman and complained about him, saying, "Abu Darda gives me and the home very little time and spends every day fasting and in worship." For this reason, the next day when Hazrat Abu Darda came to his house, and when it was time to eat, Hazrat Abu Darda did not eat and said, "I am fasting." But Salman Farsi alayhi salam told him, "Break your fast and eat food." Compelled by Hazrat Salman's words, Abu Darda ate the food and broke his fast. After that, as soon as it was night and when everyone went to sleep, Hazrat Abu Darda got up and started worshipping, upon which Hazrat Salman stopped him again, saying, "Stop, sleep now. You have a right from Allah upon you, but your body and your wife also have a full right upon you." The next day, Abu Darda went straight to Rasulullah and told him this whole story, how Salman Farsi had stopped him from praying and fasting. But Rasulullah also told Abu Darda, "Salman has spoken the absolute truth." It was because of this wisdom of Hazrat Salman that Hazrat Ali alayhi salam called him the Luqman al-Hakim, Luqman the wise of his era. And Rasulullah also included Hazrat Salman among his close advisors. Even when Rasulullah was sending letters to all the kings of the world for the first time, inviting them to Islam, the letter to the Persian king, Khusro of that time, was also written by Hazrat Salman. Even Hazrat Salman Farsi, during the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, started writing the Quran in the Persian language for the first time. And in this way, Hazrat Salman Farsi remained one of his closest friends until the last days of Rasulullah. Not only this, even after the passing of Rasulullah, Hazrat Salman was one of the biggest generals of the caliphate. Even when Hazrat Omar became the caliph of the Muslims, the time had come for the hadith of Rasulullah to be fulfilled, because when Hazrat Omar decided to attack the capital of the Persian Empire, he ordered Hazrat Salman Farsi to also go with this army. So now Salman Farsi, who many years before this had secretly fled the Persian Empire, now as a general of Medina's army, set off towards the Persian Empire again. It is even said, whenever the Muslims went to conquer any fort of the Persian Empire, Hazrat Salman Farsi would first speak to the people of that fort in their own language, and would tell them, "If you also accept Islam, then the Muslims will give you as much respect as they give me." Because in the Muslim Caliphate, every Muslim's respect comes only from Islam, not from any color, country, or lineage. But when they did not listen to Salman Farsi's words, Salman Farsi with the entire Muslim army attacked the capital of the Persian Empire and conquered it. After this, Hazrat Omar made Hazrat Salman himself the governor of the entire Persian Empire, where his salary was 5,000 gold coins, but he always distributed this entire salary among the poor. And even after getting so much power, Hazrat Salman did not even have his own house. Now Hazrat Salman's age had also become very advanced, but still he did not fear anyone in the entire caliphate for the sake of justice. Even one day in Medina, Hazrat Omar gathered all the Muslims and stood before them to give a khutbah. But as soon as he started his khutbah, Hazrat Salman Farsi called out to him and said, "O Omar, we will not listen to your words until you tell us where you got the money from for this new kurta shirt you are wearing. Because from the spoils of war, we all had received one piece of cloth each, with which an ordinary man could make clothes for himself. But Hazrat Omar's height was more than 6.5 feet. For his kurta, not one, but 2 pieces of cloth were needed." Hearing this from Hazrat Salman, Caliph Omar did not get angry at all. Rather, he pointed towards his son, and his son told everyone there, "I had gifted my share of the cloth to my father, Omar, with which he made clothes for himself." Upon which Hazrat Salman Farsi said to Caliph Omar, "Now you can start your khutbah, and we will listen to your every word." And finally, during the caliphate of Hazrat Uthman alayhi salam, Hazrat Salman Farsi, in that same Persian Empire where he was born, fell ill. And on the last day of his life, he called his wife to him and said, "Spread a nice perfume all around my bed, and go and open all the doors of the house, because some very important guests are about to come to me, the angels." In this way, Salman Farsi, who had once secretly fled the Persian Empire, now passed away from the world as the governor of that same Persian Empire. Subscribe.